What's up, everyone, and welcome to Season 4, Episode 27 of Girl You Know What podcast. I am Danielle.
And I'm Keisha. You know, it still shocks me a little when you say I'm Danielle. I get a little, I'll be looking around like, oh, what am I supposed to say? And I'm like,
Right.
say your name. Because I'm so used to you saying,
Tahir.
I'm Tahir.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, it does it to me every time now. I'll be like, I'll be looking around like, oh God,
like,
what
wait
do
a
I
minute,
say?
like, but that's her name though.
Yeah, and I'll be like, oh, then it kind of soothes me after really quick. Like, that is Danielle.
But speaking of which, before we get into the show, I was going to say this for a business meeting, but you know, there's so much going on during the week.
Jesus.
Yeah, so you know, we just haven't had a chance to have our little meeting.
Yes.
But I hate to say this, but I've been thinking about giving up my website and just doing everything digitally.
So I think, okay, well, business meeting, here we go.
Everybody's privy to it. Let's go.
I have really been struggling with wellness in women. And what I've really been struggling with is I want to kind of move it over to Shopify. Just because, and listen, if somebody out there can help me or you know something I don't know, I don't like GoDaddy or WordPress. I don't even know what's going on. I just know when you get on Shopify, you just use that.
Right.
They put the templates up there, and you just use whatever they offer. It's like I go through GoDaddy, but the things come from WordPress. It's too confusing.
Yeah.
And it's like I have so much stuff that I want to put up on the website. But because it's so confusing and it's just not user friendly for me,
right?
I just feel myself stalling. Like this past week, I've been creating merchandise for wellness in women.
Right.
And I've created an Etsy store, a Printify account. But it's like I really should just move everything over to Shopify. But then it's like, do I want to pay for 2 websites every month?
Right. That's the thing.
GoDaddy is cheaper, I believe, than Shopify.
It is, yeah.
I think it's cheaper, but it's difficult to use. I'm gonna give it one more try.
Yeah, you know,
I kind of like the format that I have, but it's still.
You see more. You see that you want to do something different with it.
And why do you want to give it up? Like, why do you?
Because now everybody
go to YouTube.
Yeah, and here's the thing, like I still write, you know, I write all the time, and I actually have another domain where you know, it's under writertahirali.com. I just haven't set it up yet. So, but I wanted to, you know, and that's where I was going to put like my short stories, and I wasn't going to do any blog posts on there. I was just going to do like short stories, and like when I actually do write more stuff, put that on there, you know. But I was looking.
So you think that blogging has just died? Is that what you feel like?
Because like when I get into like when I actually, because I have so many things in draft that are actually blogs, and I'm like, I could do a voiceover for this and talk about it on YouTube,
right?
You know, and people can listen to it instead of read it. You know what I mean? Like, and it can turn into a discussion almost like, or I can do it on a podcast. Like, you know, I'll have a topic. The only thing that I see myself like actually, and I can do this on writer Tahir Ali, you know, like, I think I'm just getting tired of the DannieBSpeaks brand because it's not really, I think I've grown out of it because DannieBSpeaks was more or less.
Because initially, wasn't it supposed to be like, I don't have another way to put this, but initially, wasn't it supposed to be something like celebrity, like gossip type?
Yeah, it was just
that your initial.
Yeah, it was just like
DannieBSpeaks.
my opinion on things like, and it could be anything, but it was mainly celebrity.
And you have evolved past that.
Yeah, and it's like I don't even really deal in, like, I mean, we
you
talk
are more like conscious about political
right
events. Like you are more conscious about like economic things, cultural things.
Yeah.
You are not in that
Yeah,
box.
and I'm gonna tell you
So
what really
you
started
think
it.
writing through to hear Ali is like that's the direction you want to go.
Yeah. And
Okay. And
I'm
what
a
did you say started it?
what started it was that this this month, September 20 ooh, damn, 2013.
2023.
No, well, 2013 was
Hmm.
when I did my very first post.
Oh,
And
so it's been like
it's
your
been
10
10
years.
year. Yeah, and I was just like from my and the thing that pisses me off, like the first maybe year and a half of posts that I did on DannieBSpeaks, they're all gone, and I think that was my best work. They're all gone
Oh,
because something happened with the server, and we just couldn't get them back. So
oh,
I think
oh, I
ever
remember you saying that. I remember
yeah,
that.
and I think that was my best work, and that's where the
So you
direction
think it discouraged you a little
it
bit?
did. It
Hmm.
did. And when I got back, I just started like writing about everything, and then I kind of changed it like, I'm just going to talk about everything, and which I'm still going to do,
Right.
but I it's hard to put it into not words, but it's hard to write it down.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
listen, whatever decision you come up with, as long I feel like as long as you don't stop moving in that direction,
Right.
everybody has the right to rebrand themselves.
Right. Yeah. And
Everybody
yeah,
does.
and I kind of started with the Tahir Ali thing, and because I wanted that to be more of my, writing, because like a lot of writers have like aliases, and it's not really an alias
Right.
or nothing, but
Hmm.
that's where I started that from.
Hmm.
And I was just like, this could actually just, because when I looked at the other day, I sat there and I went through all of my posts on my website, and I was like, they're all podcasts. I haven't written anything in a long time.
Hmm.
I think I said writ. Lord have mercy. I've been watching
I heard
somebody.
you say written, but maybe
Okay.
I didn't. I
Okay,
thought you
maybe.
said written.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Um, I,
But
I
go
I
ahead.
definitely understand what you're saying, but in the same breath, I'm thinking about websites that we do still go to,
Mhm.
and what they do is they run those websites almost like news publications, not
R-
necessarily as a blog.
Right, and that's
So it
what I
may
want
be
to get
good to
into.
change the format
Mhm.
versus, just don't run it as a blog anymore.
Right.
Run it like it's an actual, again, like it's a brand.
Yeah.
So I think that is something to ponder on.
Yeah, because it's like I really don't want to give. I do, but I don't. And it's just
Hmm.
like things that I would do as a blog, do that in a podcast. Like talk about it in a podcast or talk about it on a YouTube video, but my like serious writing, like I said, my short stories or things, like if I want to do a series or something like that, put that on the website.
Hmm.
You know,
And listen, get published. I need to figure
mhm.
out how to get published
Yeah.
because I feel like people are even self-publishing through Amazon. Like,
Yeah, and that's the way I was going to go because I was just like, I
yeah,
don't trust nobody. So it was just like,
yeah,
and I think that's the thing with me and why my writing hasn't really taken off the way I want it to is because I don't trust other people because I hear all these horror stories and people taking,
hmm,
so it's just like I wanted to do everything myself and I can,
hmm,
but it's just I just have to do it. So,
yeah,
yeah, but so yeah, it's like you said, I'm going to ponder over it.
yeah.
And Danny B Speaks may still be around. Or it just may change over and I'll still do my writing, but it'll be on Tahir Ali.
Right.
Yeah, because it's a lot to think of, but it's just like something that hit me the other day. I was just like, do
Yeah,
I
well, we'll definitely
really?
have to revisit it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll talk about it more in depth later, but
Yeah,
so yeah, that's just something I just had to get off my chest, and I was just like, I
business
was,
meeting
yeah, yeah, yeah.
accomplished.
There you go. So,
So who is up first?
girl, let's talk about the VMAs first.
Yeah, because the only quick thing, like neither one of us watched it.
Mm-hmm.
We have retired. We are old.
Yeah.
We
Don't know most of those
what
children on
you
there.
all are doing is very pearl clutching to
Yeah.
us old ladies. I don't know what's happening. I'm
Listen.
still trying to figure out when we got on the boat of prostitution.
Because the red
I
carpet
don't
freaks
know
me
when
out.
we got on that boat.
Yeah, thank you, because the red carpet freaks me out, and I'm just like, ooh, just the pictures I see, I'm just like, oh, like I just, yeah.
It was shocking for Little Kim to have her boob out back then.
Yeah, listen, that was
Now
like,
it's
wow.
nothing.
Yeah. It's just like yeah.
Because the things that you all say, look, you saw my post. What does the FCC no longer regulate television?
Mm,
I, th-
that part, I was just like, listen, that's it.
I, I have no
You
words.
you were really
To hear
speechless.
the things that Cardi B was saying, I, I,
Child.
I, I don't, I don't know. I don't know what's happening anymore. Like,
No.
and it's weird to me, like to hear black women. I don't really be caring what white women say. You
No, I don't care
know,
about
don't
that.
disrespect y'all, but you're not really on my radar. You are not the standard to me.
Right.
But to hear black women say stuff like, "Oh, we're sexually free and we want to be sexually liberated and we should be able to show our bodies," and it's like, you guys, I've said this before, and I know again I'm a broken record. It's like the very way that we have accused people of sexualizing us,
Mhm.
we are doing it to ourselves.
And the thing is, they see us doing it and they're just like, "Oh, okay, it's okay then." Like if they're doing it, it's almost like the N-word, you
And I
know.
swear, what really frustrates me about this whole naked movement is
Mhm.
that y'all let a white woman hold y'all's hand and guide y'all into this area.
Mm.
But black women, y'all didn't do this.
No.
Amber Rose did that.
Yep.
Y'all let a white woman lead y'all down a path of destruction. You let a white woman set the standard to tell you that you should walk around naked.
Mhm. And it's
When black
okay.
people have always been, this ain't had nothing to do with white folks. We have always been classy.
Mhm.
We have always been a class act.
Right.
We have always been a step above. Like, so the fact that y'all, I be telling y'all these white women dangerous. Y'all know I was gonna come back to that. I tell y'all this time and time again.
Don't want to listen.
And y'all always let one slip through the crack.
Cuz you think she can
a-
come to the cookout.
And she has led you away like the Pied Piper. And all she has done is made you walk around naked in public.
Right.
That's all it is.
That's it.
And now, because if we're being honest, y'all do look like prostitutes, and I don't mean no dislike. And so now what you get is prostitution treatment from men.
Mhm.
And you're appalled by the fact that they treat you that way.
Right.
And make that make sense to me. You dress like a streetwalker. Now, that's what they used to call them. You dress like a woman who is a lady of the night.
Right.
And so a man sees that and he says to himself, no self-respecting woman would be walking around like that. She
Mhm.
must be out here selling it
And that's the man that you're
to
going
the
to
highest bidder.
attract.
To the highest bidder. And those are the men you're going to attract. And y'all be pissed off when men of a certain status, I don't know what word you want to use, because listen, I don't even thinking about none of them. They all really be trash to me. But when y'all, when you want a man of a certain caliber and a certain status, and then it's like, well, he should respect me. But I went,
Girl.
no, he's not.
Mm-mm.
I always remember first season of Married to Medicine. And
Mhm.
this just goes for the way you carry yourself as a woman. I'm not going to just harp on the way y'all dress. I'm just the way that I'm seeing black women carry themselves
Mhm.
is really like, oh wow.
Yeah.
It's alarming. It's alarming. And
Yeah.
I'm talking about black women because they're getting younger. So black women who work in schools, black women who working at the county offices, black women who working at the detention centers, the way that black women are starting to carry themselves, it's appalling.
Mhm.
And it's like there is not a standard anymore.
Yeah, it's just like I remember, and I think I saw two women in different professions. One was a teacher, and I think this one went viral. She had on the tightest dress, and I mean, and girlfriend was stacked. And the parents were complaining because they said that they felt like she was a distraction to this.
It's not appropriate. We need to go back to
Yeah,
dress code. Dress,
exactly.
it's not appropriate.
And it's just like, what would cause you to want to wear that, period? You know, like, I mean,
In
you're not
front of
going to the club,
kids.
but in front of kids that you're trying to educate. You're an educator. And then there was a nurse who she wore the tightest scrubs. And it was just like, I thought scrubs were supposed to be big and not big, but you know, like you're supposed to be comfortable in them. They're supposed to, but I mean, you could tell she even tucked her shirt in, you know, and it was just like, you know what you're doing. Are you that insecure that even at work where
Everything is about body.
that's exactly.
Everything is about, so again, you are sexualizing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because, now I'm starting to wonder, do you even realize that you're doing it?
Mm.
Do know that that's what you're doing, right? You're not showcasing, because it's never about the health of the body.
Right.
Let's be clear. You're not showcasing yourself like, oh, my blood pressure is good, my cholesterol is good, oh, I've been eating fruit, I've
Child, ain't
been
nobody
doing
thinking
this.
about that
It's
one.
always been about the look.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you want the tightest of the tight, the shortest of the short. It's about the look.
Right.
And to let the truth be told, I know it ain't about the health of the body because the niggas say y'all stink.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I wasn't ready.
If we just gonna be honest,
Oh.
that from what I'm hearing on a regular basis, y'all stink.
Baby. I
Said
mean,
y'all not washing properly. Y'all not washing under y'all's boobs good. Y'all not
child.
washing your hoo-ha right.
Did you see the video of the lady that owned the strip club and she was like doing a sniff test to her strippers, to the girls that she
She
worked,
probably should.
and she was just like, I mean, she was just like, oh no, she was like, you got to get back in the shower. I was like, damn.
Because it wants to be known as the strip club, they got the stinking strippers.
Exactly.
That's what I'm hearing now. I'm hearing y'all stink
Yeah.
from men. And the one guy, he was like, these women not like, he seemed like he was probably about our age.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, these girls, he said, have you ever hugged one of these girls now? And we not even talking about intimately y'all stink.
Right, just a
We just
hug.
talking about hugging y'all. He said, y'all smell like cigarettes, blunts. He said, you smell like your house. Y'all's house stink. And y'all not washing.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
Girl.
so he said, these girls can't even afford perfume no more because they too busy buying weed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you.
Girl. Woo.
He
But
said, y'all stink. So
yeah.
it can't be about the health of the body.
No.
I'm talking about one instance.
Mm-hmm.
Now, intimately, they say y'all really stink. You girls with these new booties.
Oh.
Let me tell y'all something. Y'all need to start getting in the shower. But I have noticed this, and no disrespect, with some celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you see people get ready with me's, or when they rushing here and rushing there, and you see these people doing, oh, I'm getting dressed, outfit of the day, them people don't be getting in no shower.
No.
They be moving too fast. Even the Caucasians. Don't
Mm-hmm.
nobody hair be wet.
No, they get
And you see
up.
people getting ready for award shows.
Mm-hmm.
They not showering before them events.
Yeah. Remember,
They showering that morning.
did you see the video? I think it was like at the Grammys maybe last year or something, but there was this guy, I didn't know who he was, but he like was digging in his butt and he smelled it.
Oh God.
Yeah, he got caught on the red carpet. He was like digging out a wedgie or maybe it itched or something, and then he smelled it. And everybody was like, if you have to think that you smell.
If you have to, so that means you didn't shower before you got
Yeah.
here.
So I mean that
I just,
right.
again, y'all let these Caucasian women lead y'all down a rabbit hole.
Right.
And it's really sad. But also at the VMAs, and I know we talked about him and we talked about this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Quentin, Funky Dineva,
Yeah.
he was right.
Mm-hmm.
Because old girl showed up, pregnant.
Yep.
What's her name? Halle Bailey?
Yeah, Halle Bailey, yeah.
She's pregnant now.
Yeah.
No, he was right.
He was
Everybody was
right.
getting on his case.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. Her
Right.
sister owes somebody an apology.
Yeah. Because she either she didn't know, and that's a whole nother subject. Yeah, she knew because they're too
we all
close.
knew from watching the video. Now,
Yeah.
let's be clear, the girl looked pregnant.
Yeah. So
But I
she
think
just shouldn't have
the
said
issue
nothing.
was he shouldn't have just said it. And
Yeah.
some of the things he said
It went too far.
Yeah, he went too far.
Yeah,
but
and you could tell it was for shock value.
yeah,
Because that's who Funky Dineva is. And yeah, I think that he shouldn't have went that far on her, but some of the things he said about her was right. I'm not going to talk about her looks or nothing like that, but the way that she carries herself and stuff. When you brought that up, I was just like, yeah. And then I think you sent me a video of her performing, and I was like, oh yeah,
told you.
because I don't really pay her no attention. Only reason, like I said, the only reason why
I don't either, because I don't get into their music.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah. And it's like the only reason why I really know about Halle is because of Little Mermaid.
Right.
And she's going to be in The Color Purple, so it's like, that's it. For her acting, I don't even really pay attention to the only thing I knew about their music was that Beyonce discovered them. That was it.
Yeah.
All right, girl. So now let's talk about Jeezy and Jeannie Mai, whatever the fuck her name is, it doesn't really matter. So you were saying, okay, so they're getting a divorce.
I could care less. Yes.
Yeah, he filed for divorce.
They're getting a divorce. He filed for divorce.
Yeah. So go ahead and say what you were saying.
I had sent somebody this video where she was on a podcast talking about how she has anger issues and how her anger is explosive. And that in her 40 years of living, no one has ever called her on her anger issues.
Right.
And so until she's gotten with Jeezy, and it's to the point where she's like, she lashes out at him. She says disrespectful stuff to him. And then he's kind of like, who are you talking to?
Right.
Like, that ain't gonna fly here. And then now that she has triggered him, this is her words, now that she has triggered him, he then returns with a verbal lashing for her. And so they're just in this place, she says she was working on it and trying to get better about it. So it kind of just made me, when I heard that, and this was probably a day or two after he filed for divorce, that I heard this clip of her on that podcast. And I said, yeah, that makes sense, because black men is really, no disrespect to you black men, because I love y'all. But y'all be dating outside of y'all's race because y'all feel like women other than black women respect you more.
Right.
Or they've been raised, quote unquote, to give you a certain level of respect that we don't give you. And so I'm pretty sure, especially men who have a fetish for Asian women, they kind of tend to look at Asian women in a more, this is the only word I have, forgive me, in a more servant, like, oh, I know she gonna do what I want her to do. Or I know she gonna, because they think that culture basically, raises women to be caretakers. This is the bias that people really believe. And I'm pretty sure that if she is in there talking to that man crazy, and that's a hood nigga.
Yeah.
That ain't no regular man you married to.
Right.
That's a hood nigga. I'm sure he said, "Oh no, you got me fucked up."
Yeah, this ain't how this is gonna go, girl.
Because it's probably going, and I'm sure if she says like verbally, he is like checking her. I'm sure that he knows. Every man knows their limitations.
Oh yeah.
Before they slap the shit out of you. Everybody got a button. Even women got a button. People say, oh, you shouldn't get physical with people. Yeah, you should not. I don't agree with it. domestic violence is not the way of life.
Right.
But I think we all know when we done gone too far. When we have verbally gone too far with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
or we can feel when somebody is verbally going too far with us.
Yeah.
And so it was probably best that he back away.
Yeah, he was just like, this ain't he was like, 'cause I'm probably about to, choke her out. So she's doing too much. Yeah, so let me just end it right now.
And just some men don't have the self-control. Some men have the self-control to say, oh, I'm knock her ass out. Let me get away from her.
Right.
Some men have the self-control. Some men have, what do they call it? Hair trigger tempers, where it's like, as soon as they feel the feeling that they're going to knock you out, they knock your ass out.
Right.
So, is you walking a fine line.
Mm-hmm. But see, the thing is, she went into it all wrong because of how she viewed black men.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about that she liked dark meat as a side piece, or some bullshit she said
And
when
how
they
she did her ex-husband.
Yeah.
That man wanted to have a child.
And then she turns around and has a child with Jeezy.
So that really tell me that you really probably didn't like that man.
Mm-hmm. And you use that as an excuse. And you really
should have just told him.
Yeah.
And everybody looked at him like he was the bad guy. Think about that. Because everybody was looking at her ex-husband like, oh, you're supposed to stay for better or worse. It was a lot of people bashing him for leaving her.
Yeah.
He wanted a family.
Mm-hmm. And she allegedly didn't.
And then look.
And then now look. Then and now. Ciao. Yeah, so, and then I saw one comment and somebody said, y'all really thought that they were going to grow old together? I was like, listen.
Jeezy about to be back on these streets.
Baby, it's about to be.
My friend, she's like, are we taking him back though?
No.
Like, I mean, after that move he busted, do we really take him back in the fold? Nah, baby, he gonna have to go out there and he'll find somebody.
Oh, yeah.
There's some Megan Good out there somewhere for him.
Oh, yeah.
It's a black woman gonna take him now.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Who could it be?
Let's see who he can. I don't know. Slim Pickens. Kenya Moore.
Oh, God, no. Maybe Taraji. Does Taraji got a man?
No, I think Taraji's single. Yes, I think her and that guy, they broke up, and I haven't heard her with anybody yet. That guy she was engaged to, I think he was like a former football player or something.
Yeah, that was time. Yeah. Taraji.
Ooh, that would be a good couple.
I watched her on that Mary J. Blige show, and they was Taraji felt like me. Mm-hmm. She felt like you could see the exhaustion. She was just like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm in a relationship and I be saying that. There is no way on God's green earth if me and this man did not work out, I could date again.
Right.
I'm going to go somewhere and just get in the hole.
That's
I don't want to. And it would not be from heartbreak. Mm-hmm. No, I ain't saying it like that. But
right.
It would not be from heartbreak. It would just be from like, leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to talk. I have a hard time now, like, just, I don't know. Just, people be inboxing you and people be trying to, I don't want to talk.
Yeah.
I don't even, you was 20. You had a desire to like have 5 boyfriends, 5 hoes. I don't have a desire to barely have the one I got.
Listen.
It's hard. And I feel like, girl, you turned it into a nigga. Because you know how men be like, oh, why you gotta talk about your feelings? Like,
right.
I don't want to talk about, I can't.
Oh, yeah, I've been there. Yeah. So it's just like, I ain't trying to talk about all that stuff. Yeah.
Because, it doesn't, maybe, it's just the stress of life,
It could be, yeah, because you're dealing with enough and then, yeah.
Oh, my God.
It hardens you.
Oh, my God.
It does. It just
makes you just want a quiet space.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yes, that's where I'm at.
When I'm by myself, like, I'm just like, it's quiet in here. It's so quiet.
Okay.
It's so quiet to the point, if I talk to somebody and they hear the TV,
Mm-hmm.
they're like, "What's wrong with you? Like, what is that noise in the back?"
Right.
Like, it's the TV. Like, you all
Child.
right?
Like, I'm great.
Got the TV turned up.
Mm.
Like, what's wrong with you? Like, I enjoy the solitude.
Yeah.
The older I get,
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy peace and quiet.
You
So I
do.
know what he finds,
Yeah.
solitude and raises his child.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get full custody and get her away from that girl.
Listen, because she seems like the type, and this is me just talking, just allegedly. I'm not putting anything on her, but she seems like the type that would use that baby against him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just the way that she views things and her temperament and I don't see. I'd be really shocked if she surprises me and everything is fine, like if they have an amicable separation, divorce, and they are able to parent, co-parent in peace. That would really shock me.
Yeah, they get right big Future and Sierra 2.0.
Listen, girl, but speaking of that, I saw this clip of Sierra was on a podcast, or she was on some kind of show or whatever, and the lady asked how her and her co-parenting with Future is going, and she could not stop laughing. She made the girls start laughing, so that let you. I mean, we already knew, that he's not involved.
Future is hurt.
He's hurt. Yeah, that's why he's like that.
He's involved, but he makes it difficult.
Mm-hmm.
He just is not.
He's embarrassed. I think he's more embarrassed.
Oh,
because
so me and a friend of mine were having this conversation about when a woman get out before you want her out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the ego. It's the male ego.
Yeah.
It's so inflated that even if he was cheating on you, or even if he doesn't like you, the fact that you had the nerve to leave him, it makes him feel like, bitch, who you think you are?
Right. And then you get with somebody, and this could be anybody, but then you get with somebody who is the opposite of you and who treats
and who worships you.
Yeah, and your child.
He has a serious problem with that.
Yeah. And then he had all his ignorant friends, in his ear talking about how, that it didn't look right, and I was just like, what, that's why you're in the position you're in now, but it is what it is.
Yeah. He's butthurt.
Oh yeah. That's what it is.
And it's clear that he is.
Yeah. I mean, you out here doing, writing rhymes about, about them, and it's just like, and they said something about that, like, she was like, he'll write a rap about y'all, and then, y'all do something great.
Y'all on the field as
yeah,
family.
exactly. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. So
he does look stupid.
Yeah, it looks real stupid. And it's like, dude, you're too old for that shit. You're like, grow up. But anyway.
And you're really old.
Yeah. I mean, so speaking of the Atlanta area, since we're in that vicinity, a couple weeks ago it came out that the production for Real Housewives of Atlanta, they were so embarrassed by this previous season that just ended that they were demanding for a new cast. Like, they said, we need to regroup, get rid of everybody. And
they do.
Yeah, they do. And of course, the fans of the show not only, weren't happy about that, but they also started sending death threats to Bravo, to the production, to even to Andy Cohen, about, like, y'all. I mean, but the thing is, it's true.
Who y'all sending death threats for?
I mean, and why?
Who on that show do y'all feel like is so much TV gold?
Listen,
that you are willing to send a death threat to somebody?
None of them.
Because I know it ain't Candy.
No.
I pray to God it ain't Candy and Todd.
No.
I know it can't be Drew. She ain't even from Atlanta.
Exactly.
It can't be Kenya because she ain't from Atlanta either. I don't even know. I pray to God it ain't Sheree because she's out here living on a wing and a prayer.
Okay, and she may have been in Atlanta for years, but she ain't from Atlanta.
And she ain't even from Atlanta.
I don't care how long
So
she been living
who
there.
on that show? Because they're the only people I know that's on the show. Oh, Marlo. Marlo is the only hometown girl.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all got a problem with Marlo because and if we being honest, Marlo probably represents real Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
If we just being honest. Because Atlanta ain't nothing but home of scammers and players.
That's it.
You know, let's keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
And she fits the bill.
Yeah, to a T, honey.
She has made her life off of being a fly girl.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she was rumored to be with Ted Turner. That's how Atlanta she is. So it's like, child, I mean,
and that's how much money she is too.
I mean that part.
And y'all don't even know who Ted Turner is, and I ain't gonna tell you.
We ain't gonna we ain't even gonna go there. Yeah. Google's your friend, girl. So
figure it out, because that's real money.
Listen,
like she is probably the most Atlanta person on that show,
and she ain't even from Atlanta. Now to think about it, she's from Florida, but she's probably been there about as long. Like her and Sheree. I'll give them even though they.
I remember Sheree on season 1 saying she had already been in Atlanta for 13 years.
Yeah, she'd been there a while. Yeah,
she's been there for a long time.
Yeah.
What she say? She is what they consider a Georgia Pete. Marlo is too.
Mm-hmm.
They need to get all of them off the show if you want me to be honest.
Yeah.
It's time. Get some girls who are preferably about 35 to 50.
Yeah.
Who have real money. Who are not in foreclosure. Who are not on the verge of in repossession on their vehicles. Like real talk, because y'all, we see the real Atlanta girls on our Instagram.
Exactly. Thank you. It's like we see them.
Holla at me. I got 6 I can give you right now that really live in Atlanta, that are really running businesses, that are really housewives.
Right.
I know 2 women right now who run a podcast in Atlanta, Mamas on the Move, who both are best friends. And this is about to seem so crazy. They are best friends. Both of their husbands were killed tragically.
Oh, I didn't know that about them.
Yes, one happened in, I believe, they lived in Gary, Indiana or Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Her husband was killed by her neighbor. The other husband was killed in a car accident. And her husband was an Atlanta police officer. And they're both realtors.
Yeah.
And they both have suffered from breast cancer this year.
Those
are remarkable stories.
Yeah.
Like, pick them. And they both have successful multi-million-dollar real estate careers. Like, pick some people. One of them is a single mother, and one of them has a husband, and she is a mother to like 4 or 5 athletes.
Right. But see, here's the thing. That would be amazing. There's stories and everything like that, but can they bring the drama? See, they're still looking for people who can bring drama, and that's sad.
With some drama hoes, we can get you a couple.
Yeah, that can stir the pot.
It ain't gonna be them.
Right. And you have to have that balance.
They don't have drama in their lives.
Right. And I think that's what they're looking for. And that's sad because, I mean, you're not going to find that, especially the way that the cast was put together originally. You're not going to be able to duplicate that. And I think that's what they want to do. And you can't.
You can't. You cannot.
No.
And they were all, and we have to remember, them women was friends off the camera.
Right. That's the other thing.
I need to find a group of women who are friends off camera. They was the girls in Atlanta.
Right.
The ones y'all picked was the girls. Kim and Nene was friends.
Yep.
Nene and Sheree had a history. Lisa was cool. Deshaun, they was all, they all were connected.
Yeah, they were all in the same circle.
Yeah. Y'all were finding girls and just plopping them in. They don't even match. Oh, Sanga's Richard Ross is on that show.
Oh, yeah. I mean, first of all, she's from Texas.
She literally came. Side note, I'm about to get my food. is about to walk in this room.
Okay.
So everybody, if you hear a bag, just forgive us. It's just what happens.
Exactly.
It's real life.
Just keep listening. That's it.
She's from Texas, and she actually tried out for the show. Like they
I didn't know that. Child,
yes.
You know what? Oh, they doing tryouts now. Good night.
Yes, she actually applied to be on the show, and she moved her family to Atlanta to be on the show.
Why?
Because they weird over there. They're weird.
That's what it is. That's just basically what it breaks down to.
Like, they are really weird.
I really did not know that she auditioned. Like, she did like a tryout. Like, she was like really about to run. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
no, she literally came there just to be on the show.
Yeah, now I knew that, but I didn't know that she auditioned. That just really threw me. Girl, bye.
Yeah, like she applied for that. Oh, and let me say, it's probably not like a audition process.
Right.
Down and talk to producers like, let's see if you're a good fit. To me, that's applying.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Child.
You weren't friends with anybody on that show, and they were like, "Oh, my homegirl should come on." They didn't know her when she got there.
No, that probably threw everybody because I mean they knew who she was, but they probably didn't know. Like they probably like, where the hell she come from? She ain't Atlanta
at all.
Good night.
She is a Texas girl, true and through.
True and through, yes.
Went to college in Texas.
Trained in Texas. Everything.
Like, she is straight Texas. Like, I don't know why they wouldn't revamp the Real Housewives of Dallas or Houston.
Right, for her, yeah.
Put her on that. Because don't nobody want to be on that.
Yeah, that's what it is. So they had to recruit from outside. I can't. Girl.
Yep. Girl, it's crazy.
It is.
They ain't lying, though. They need to regroup.
Yeah, they do. They really do. Now, I do agree with that because I haven't watched since Nene left. And I don't plan on it. Now, I did watch, it may have been the season or two after she left because something happened and I wanted to see what was going on. And I can't even, and that's a damn shame. I can't remember what it was.
It was Wars?
No, I wasn't watching that. I can't remember what it was. Damn, that's a shame. Something happened. Because Sheree was on that season.
Came back?
That's what it was. It had to be. Because I remember she was on the Sheree came back, so I was going to see what she was going to do. And I lost interest immediately because it was the same old shit. Chateau Sheree, She by Sheree, that still hadn't taken off at the time. And then later on in the season, her clothing line finally got released, but it was some AliExpress knockoffs with just She by Sheree on it. So I was like, I'm officially done. I was like, I can't, girl. Child. Ooh.
Girl.
Well, there's that.
Well, it's been great being with you guys.
We gave y'all 2 episodes back to back. So hopefully next week we'll be back on track with
Absolutely. Hopefully life is not whooping our ass.
Yeah. Y'all just gotta bear with us now. We both got a lot going on. So it's we're still gonna give y'all the shows, but and we're gonna be as consistent as we can be. That's all we can promise y'all right now. Yeah.
Well, as always, you guys have a great weekend. You can reach us at girl_you-know-what at Wellness and Women and at DannieBSpeaks and at the Peak Box TKB. If you have any questions, any show suggestions, go ahead and send them to us. We would love to hear from you. And as always, you guys have a blessed week. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.